Hey, what's going on everyone? Vasco here and welcome back to the channel. And ahead of the Barcelona Grand Prix, we just got to see the new upgrades that Ferrari is bringing to the F1-75 in order to match the top speed on the straights that Red Bull is bringing with their RB18. So in this video, let's take a look at their brand new rear wing and see how it can help Ferrari to match Red Bull in that all-important category that is the top speed at the end of the straight. Let's do this! So here it is, the brand new rear wing on the F1-75. Now I would like to note that this is not the only upgrade that Ferrari is going to bring to this Grand Prix. They are going to show off more upgrades tomorrow at the free practice sessions. But as this is the upgrade that's been really making a difference between them and Red Bull, I really wanted to make a video just about this rear wing. Because at the end of the day, Ferrari is still better at most types of corners than Red Bull, and it's just the straights that's killing them. So you can see here in this picture by Albert Fabrega on Twitter that the rear wing is massively different. So this is, on top is the Barcelona spec, and on the bottom is a spec that they have been using this year so far. So you can see a lot of differences in this rear wing coming in from this main plane here. You can see it's totally different to the high inclination of this right here. Now I'm not sure which race this bottom picture is from, but it may be a lower downforce spec from Miami, for example. So it's normal that the team is going to bring a more accentuated rear wing for Barcelona because it's a circuit that really emphasizes more cornering speed than straight line speed, so it's normal that Ferrari is going to bring a higher downforce spec for Barcelona than for a race like Miami. But one of the things that Ferrari really was trying to fix with this upgrade was their DRS performance. So in a lot of races so far we have seen scenarios where Max with the DRS open just breezes by Charles, but when the opposite happens and when it's Leclerc, just like in Miami, that's on the DRS window of Max, it doesn't have the top speed on the straight in order to get past him. And that's the main thing that this rear wing is trying to fix. So Ferrari, by changing the structure of the wing, by changing the DRS actuator, by changing the fact that the main plane now is much bigger than the rear plane, whereas before they were, I'm not going to say the same size, but they were very different in structure. So you can see that the pylon here got much bigger, but the rear wing element itself, and you can see by this portion right here, I think got a little bit smaller. And also the curvature of this element, by curving it down before, they were really hindering their DRS, because you can see on this top rear wing right here, you can see that the DRS opening is going to be something like this, whereas with our previous wing and with our curve design right here that made this curve right here, you can see that the opening was going to be something like this. So by changing this to a straight approach, just like Red Bull has, they are maximizing the DRS opening. Now, even if this is just a few millimeters of difference, this can make a world of difference in an overtaking scenario, and especially in a race such as Barcelona, where Ferrari is expected to have a very big advantage around the corners when compared to Red Bull. If they have a rear wing that allows them to overtake, I think that their chances of winning the race are very high, and I really hope that these upgrades work, because by far the Red Bull has been the superior car, and it's not been superior in qualifying because it always runs with less downforce on the rear wing, but then running that rear wing with less downforce allows them to breeze past the Ferraris in the race. And this is what Ferrari is trying to achieve with this upgrade. So they are trying to keep the same downforce levels as they had before, the same downforce levels that allow them to control their porpoising and to be faster on the corners than Red Bull, while still having a rear wing that allows them to overtake, unlike what they had before. Because in order to overtake, you really need to maximize that DRS opening. And back in 2020, 2021 and before, you never saw teams running this kind of setup. You always saw teams with this top setup with a whole straight opening in order to maximize the opening of the rear wing. So this is very interesting from Ferrari, and I think it has potential to be a very good update when it comes to race stream. Now in qualifying, I'm not expecting this upgrade to make even the slightest difference, because knowing Ferrari, their downforce levels should be about the same in both wings. It's just a case of optimizing the design to reduce the drag. But now Ferrari also changed another thing in the car, so they also changed this beam wing right here. So for those of you who don't know, the beam wing are these two rear wings right here mounted on the bottom part of the rear wing structure that allow for extra downforce around the car. Now the reason for the curvature in the Ferrari is to allow for the most airflow to go into the beam wing. So if they change the beam beam wing design, I'm expecting that what we are going to see tomorrow is a slight change to this geometry right here in this section of the car. But for now, what we are seeing is Ferrari trying to use that Red Bull design of trying to actually use the beam wing as a continuation of their diffuser. So the fact that Red Bull is doing this is what's been allowing them to run less rear wing, because by using the beam wing as a continuation to their diffuser, they effectively have more downforce generated by the diffuser, so they don't need to work that rear wing as hard, and that's what Ferrari seems to be doing. So they seem to be putting their beam wing in a way that continuates the diffuser by making those beam wing elements be very, very close to each other right here. So you can see that the gap in the beam wing elements is very, very small, and by doing this they are trying to give continuation to the diffuser and maximize that diffuser area to maximize the expansion of the air behind the car in order to generate the most downforce possible with this beam wing and diffuser combination in order to allow them to have a smaller rear wing. So these are the upgrades on the Ferrari F1-75. This was just a quick video explaining the upgrades that we have seen so far. Now I'm expecting us to see more upgrades in the coming days. As I said, in order to match these upgrades on the rear of the car, you really need to work on the entirety of the car. You cannot just change pieces on the back. So I'm really expecting to see a few changes around the side pod area right here and maybe a brand new front wing for Barcelona, but we'll have to wait and see. But in the meantime, that's been it for this video, and let me know if you guys enjoyed this video and if you enjoyed how I made a quick technical analysis of the Ferrari, and if you'd like me to make this kind of quick update videos around the season as upgrade packages show. So I think that Aston Martin is actually bringing a very, very big update package to Barcelona and Mercedes as well. So if that's the case, I'm going to be making a video on that. So don't forget to like and subscribe to see that content, and stay tuned to the channel. So once again, thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!